Part 2 of the 16th of the readings of the 16th of August 2024, 9:45 a.m. We were only 18 minutes in, but when I went to show you the photo of my skull earrings made from resin, my iPhone blipped off again. So here we go, carrying on as per normal, doing things, living life in sections, intersectional division of consciousness and my rantings and ravings. Anyway, that's what they look like. You kind of have to laugh. You kind of have to laugh at me striving so hard to achieve the smallest of things, and there's always something not quite right. It's like being blocked by something really fucking dark and depressing and evil. But I have to keep pushing through it, do I not? Because I've pushed through it all my life, so we'll keep pushing, babies. Mustang Quay, push, 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 by the gods. So we were reading from, the year was last year, 2023. Today's creativity: coral pink resin skull earrings, not sterling silver, base metal hooks and wire. Come out to play. Your prison is illusory, a construction of metal and mind. You were and all are always free to choose, to love, to be. Blessings from Titania's realm, at her sacred space. Love is the law, the eternal soul-nourishing wellspring of life, the Holy Grail. It was here all along, while you, Tanya, chased empty people in shadowy spaces. It was always yours, inside of you, ready to find its own season and its own fecund becoming. Here you are. Let your cup fill to overflowing. Shine bright in the glowing. Sparkle in the effervescent, floating freefall of Fontainebleau and other fountains of life, revivified, and begin anew. You are seen, heard, valued by those that matter. Smiley face. That was a little bit of channeling that came true only a week later. Oh, hang on. Yeah, about 9 days later. Sometimes Mama T's writing some weird cosmic seam, and sometimes she falls off her perch too, but that was very prescient, that it came to pass. So later that day I wrote, time to start prepping. I need to buy life straws so I can have clean filtered drinking water. Shit is getting a little too real. I still have to get round to buying those. I've bought a brighter filter after I found out there's PFOS in our water supply that's been there for 10 years, but I still need to buy like emergency life straws in case some cataclysm happens or society completely breaks down, which is a scary thought. But it wouldn't hurt to have, a couple of those in supply just in case I need them one day. But anyway, it is what it is. 16th of August 2022. I worked hard today, transferred all the compost into these 2 garden beds, hurt my neck, but there will be food of some sort. I have to beat the possums, turkeys and crows. Actually, I did get some spring onions. That's all I got, was the spring onions. Anyway, One day I'll get organised and do something about that. Next to it I have the bathtub that used to be a fish pond, so I've got to fill them up. I've got to buy garden soil or potting mix and just fill them right up and get things happening. I haven't focused on the garden in the last few years because I've been busy with the silversmithing journey, so it's not as good as it used to be. I used to be out in the garden all day, every day, for years. Just avoided being inside the house and was outside. 16th of August 2021. I keep getting sharp pains in my left foot, like a burning sensation running up from my 4th and 5th toes. I just noticed my foot is swollen. What the actual fuck? The same water under the skin like I get with my hands. It's 1:13 a.m. and I have been carding wool since yesterday morning, 11:49 a.m. So I guess it's time I went to bed since my extremities are swollen. Anyway, I took a photo of it, but I'm not going to share it on YouTube. It's like TMI. It looks pretty hideous too. Oh, but it's up there on Vocal Media. I wasn't embarrassed to put it on Vocal Media, but oh well. 1:53 a.m. Lila Tov, that means good night, but since it was technically morning, I should have said Boker Tov, good morning, am I right? But it was still late during the night, so technically I'm right. 1:11 p.m. Greetings from the angels, smiley face. I have bath, I'm getting hot flush out of nowhere. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bing, bam, boom. Whew. It's 20 degrees today, so it shouldn't be that hot. I have bathed the dog and cleaned the fish pond filter. Which reminds me I need to do that today. My back hurts now, but all good. I have a load of washing in the machine and a few more loads to do. I need to change my bed linen, so that means more washing. It's a glorious day. Life is good, even though I am in a bit of pain. I shared a lovely photo of Beauregard snuffling around the garden, being the beau. Gorgeous boy. Oh, and Charlie. Charlie in the foreground, also being gorgeous. So they used to run around together, free range running around the garden together. He was very protective of her too. Having snuggles with his mother, his human mother. August 16th 2020, 11:11 p.m. Long live the pussies. Love from the multiverses. Dear Goddess. 16th August 2019. Beautiful moon tonight, beautiful energies. I've given myself a pedicure because my feet look like a hobbit has crossed Mordor. Well, I have crossed the threshold between life and death and life and life. So I'm teetering on the brink of a new paradigm birthing. But my feet that are constantly hugging the earth needed extra loving care. I am exhausted, but I also cut down all the heliconias and a shrub up the back that had gone berserk. I had a short burst of physical energy. I managed a few loads of washing and have stripped and remade my bed. I should be going dancing, but my feet are sore, so I might stay home and rest. I had a good day, filmed a blue butterfly in slow-mo, and even though I was tired this arvo, I managed to take Beauregard for a walk around the block. Everything hurt, so it was a slow-mo hobble, but I made it. He was delighted. 16th of August 2018. I'm weak as a kitten today. Woke up feeling like hell. I've had a shower and dressed and I'm still shuffling around the house. I see my GP at 1 p.m, although she probably won't take me seriously, as always, because she was utterly narcissistic and useless. Anyway, what can you do? There is a history, darlings. I kept attracting more and more narcissists into my life. Now I identify them immediately. Snip, snip, snip. De-friend or decouple or de-frickin' doctor if need be. By the God, she was useless. Anyway. Here I write, anyway, I don't know what to do about my extreme fatigue and steep decline. I might buy some vitamin C as that might boost my immune system a bit. I don't have any pain at the moment apart from aches in my thighs, where I had the terrible nerve pain in January, which I've since found out the weakness in the legs is caused by the TVT tape on my bladder. And here I was thinking I was trying to figure out what was causing the pain because it came almost out of nowhere. And after months and months, it kind of disappeared almost out of nowhere too. Didn't realise it was a side effect of that. And some days when I get up and I can barely walk, it's nerve pain, referred nerve pain. Anyway, fortunately, I haven't had too much trouble with my legs in recent years, thankfully. And that's probably because, as always, I push myself through and I go dancing on the weekends and keep my legs fairly fit and active. I tell you what I did have last night, it was really annoying. Restless leg syndrome. I was kicking my legs about in bed and I thought, Tanya, if you're going to have insomnia and kick about like that, you should just get up and go for a walk or do something physical, you know. But I had to talk myself down. Eventually I relaxed and fell asleep, but yeah, that was so odd. I get like that sometimes too. I think it's too a form of anxiety. I had such bad anxiety last night sitting on the couch that slammed me out of nowhere, watching that stupid show actually. I think the music in it was triggering me. I was trying to figure out what the trigger was. But anyway, I got such bad anxiety that my heart was palpitating like really fast. It was like boof, 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 boof. I thought, am I going to have a heart attack? Hope not. But anyway, I just sat there. I thought, Tanya, you can't give in to everything your body throws at you. You just have to mindfully surf through it. So I just sat there and I thought, after about 20 minutes or so, it calmed down. So I don't know what triggered that. It was bizarre. But anyway, I'm not having as much congestion. As you notice, I was constantly coughing up, bringing up phlegm for 2 weeks since I started the new machine. And I had it for 2 weeks with the first new machine too. So it's the 16th today. So yeah, it's about right. It lasted about 2 weeks. And yesterday I was coughing less. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. And yeah, I still feel a bit hammered, but I'm getting slowly better. So that's good. I continue writing. It's taking all my effort just to go to the bloody doctor. I just want to lie down today, but I've made myself get out of bed and keep busy. Jenny has kindly offered to stay at my home and look after my animals for 2 days if I end up needing surgery. That is a huge weight off my mind. Hopefully surgery does not become necessary, but if it is gallstones, then better out than in, or as my mother used to say in German, weg damit. Currently cooking pumpkin soup, as hungry as a horse, but need to eat healthy. Yay. 16th of August 2017. A strange thing happened today. When I went to pick up the fryer, an air fryer, the lady invited me in. She was American, had a sign outside that said, Aloha, and at their door another one saying, Namaste. I had a strong sensation of being at their house before. When she invited me into their front room, I realised I had dreamt of being there a few nights ago. They had a lovely collection of about 6 guitars, and one was all inlaid PowerShell. It was so beautiful. I asked if she was the musician. So the astonishing thing was I had dreamed about these guitars all lined up and all beautifully ornately inlaid and decorated. I had seen them in my dream only 3 nights before. So I kind of stood there freaking out. She said, I asked if she was the musician. She said, no, my husband. I commented on their lovely coasters that were inlaid mother of pearl, all in Magen David's shapes. That means Star of David. I did not tell her I had dreamt of her house, as I thought it might freak her out. But yes, it is unusual to have such a precognitive dream come true so quickly. I was really surprised at my brain. Hopefully I have more psychic development, as that was pretty amazing, even by my own standards. So what year was that? 2017. The Beau and me checking out Mount Cootha Botanical Gardens. It has changed so much since the last time I came here. Even the road into it is awesome now. It used to be a really dangerous entrance off the freeway. Well done, Brisbane. Unbeknownst to me, because I didn't see the sign. Another sign that I didn't see. Bloody Brisbane City Council. They're crooks. I've got fined. I finally got an email from them at 8:30 last night. They cancelled the second fine because I think they could see how ridiculous that was, and I was prepared to go to court over that one because it didn't even have the right date and it was just obnoxious. But they still fined me the first fine, which is $322, which I'm fair pissed off about because I didn't see the sign that it was a taxi zone, but they refused to waive it because, you know, mercenary fucking revenue raising bastards. But anyway, I'll just let it go to Spur and pay it off slowly. What else can I do? But that was really awful, you know, really beyond awful. But anyway, here's another thing. I'm running around the botanical gardens. Didn't see the signs that dogs aren't allowed there. So we're having a lovely time, Beauregard. Had a really lovely time. So here I write, ha ha, magic happens. I just got told dogs are not allowed in the gardens, even though I use common sense and I had them kept on leash, which I would do anyway when I'm out in public with them. What a shame. We had such a lovely time exploring. Lucky they only told us to leave after we had already had such a lovely time. And it was creepy actually, because the guy, the person from the botanical gardens, was stalking me on this like weird tractor thing, and I just kept walking. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. He followed me for a long time till finally he's caught up with me or pulled up beside me and said, "You have to leave, dogs aren't allowed here." I went, "Where's the sign?" He said, "It's right out the front." I said, "I didn't see it." I genuinely didn't see it. Anyway, we left and I was kind of laughing about it because we'd already had such a lovely time before he caught up with us. But he trawled really slowly behind, watching me as I walked, probably watching my ass wiggle, am I right? Being a man. Oh, that's just creepy. It's just bloody creepy. But anyway, I wasn't too upset because we'd already walked around most of the gardens before they kicked us out. So I guess I was lucky they didn't get really nasty and fine me as well, but it is what it is. Home again, home again with the lovely air fryer I was gifted by someone on Free Cycle. Really happy. I'm still using it to this day. It was a really wonderful gift from that musician's wife. Very wonderful gift. Just Skyped with Crystal, helping her with New Zealand pronunciation for a play she is doing. A few Māori place names I was not sure of. Pakete, Oaro, forget the last one. Hopefully she can figure those out. I've had a lovely couple of days. I've been seeing 11s all day. My angels are with me. Thank you, Hashem, for the beautiful blessings. Indeed, most astonishing of all was gifting me that precognitive dream that came true. It was like so vivid and so real that even in the dream it felt like being there. And then when it happened in real life a few days later, I was like, what? It's just amazing. 16th of August 2016. Not loving the passive-aggressive receptionist at QE2 dentist. Oh, they really are an awful hospital there. I mean, they threw out my entire patient file. That's how awful they are. Ignore me. Then serve me. Then ignore me when I bring back the form. I put it down on the counter in disgust. Thank you, she says. Fuck you, I think. But I am a lady, you know. Grr. Hard to believe I am unemployable when the errant masses are so joyous in their work that they are barely here. Absolute contempt is the order of the day. If I ran my business like that, I would have gone broke. But then my customers loved me and abhorred my ex-husband, who would slink out to the counter like a giant slug and demand, "What do you want?" That's how he spoke to my customers. He utterly ruined that business after I left. Calm as a bitch though, isn't it? Unfortunately, it drove me and my children into poverty as well, but he really was a slug. A professionally trained chef going out to customers going, "What do you want?" Oh, cringeworthy. Probably how he drove our business into the ground after he expunged me from the shop during our separation. Miserable scum bastard. I went broke anyway, but at least I know the business was thriving when I was at the helm. Jared and I offered prompt, polite service, except for the brats that would demand one wing at a time and had me walking to and from the cold room. Lol. I did occasionally have to tell the occasional customer to fuck off, but overall, my customer service was excellent. 16th of August 2014, 3:23 a.m, waiting for the bus. I had a great night celebrating Sam's birthday with all my favourite people. Now crippled with pain in my feet and had to put my shoes back on as you are not allowed to be barefoot on buses. Grr. was agonising putting those high heels back on when I was already crippled with pain, by the way. My fridge is making unhealthy noises. It's actually grunting. Should I worry? Oh my God, I would never be able to afford another fridge. I would have to sell the car. My mind is boggling. Funny old life, innit? Anyway, I don't know what that was about, but it's still going, that fridge. Used to be my mother's, so I've had it for 16 years now. It wasn't too old when she had it. It was probably about 4 or 5 years old. So yeah, that fridge would be about 21 years old now. My goodness, it's still going. Touch wood, don't tempt the fates. But I'm very grateful that it's still going. I have a spare one under the house though. If it should break down, I've got another one ready to go. So it's Mama T's got it all going on, babies. The fridge under the house I actually got to use as for the freezer compartment part, but I haven't been able to afford to buy extra food or, have excess food, so I'm not running that fridge down there. I'm just making do with this one up here and don't really need it unless I get an abundance. Sometimes my friends gift me and I get an abundance of food, which is awesome. 16th of August 2012. Hey, just realised the definition of a good girl is one who left behind a trail of broken hearts instead of broken body parts and forgets where she buried the bodies. Ha! Sorry, day 6 of my mild psychosis, but still all good. Ha 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 ha. Judging by that level of darkness, I was probably having a prednisone psychosis. When I get bad lungs, I take prednisone and it sends me loop the fucking loop. So I hate it. I try not to take it now. 16th of August 2011. My darling Crystal, Jasmine and Jared came to visit, bringing Crystal's awesome chocolate muffins along. I also had a visit earlier from Gail and Talia. Thanks to Jared's technological wizardry, I now have a working set-top box. I was missing a cord. Don't know how I missed that. Oops, lol. I'm getting a newly built computer soon, which I'm told is red and see-through. So exciting. Thanks, Lynn and Peter. Do you see how all my friends really look after me and make sure that I have the things I need, like computers and food and an air conditioner? That was the most potent and precious gift of all, and helped me out over the years. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't be here without them. I don't know how I would have survived, to be honest. So I'm very, very grateful to have such wonderful people in my life. Today I picked up my jewellery repairs and was so happy with all my newly revamped toe rings. Now I have 5 toe rings from old rings I never wore anyway, so enjoyed my recycling efforts. Don't know what happened to them all. I must have lost some and broke some, and I've got one that I keep on my toe. Actually, it was bought for me by Gail, and I never take it off. When I had to have colonoscopies, we'd have trouble getting it off. I think in the end one time they just taped over it. But I never take it off for some peculiar reason. But I used to have 2. I used to have one on the other foot as well. Anyway, don't know what happened to that one. But here I write that I had 5 toe rings. It's a bit astonishing, isn't it? What year was that? 2011. Probably what I meant by that was I was only wearing 2 at a time though. The only problem is I have so many toe rings now that I sort of look like Gypsy Rosalie. I figure if you've got it, flaunt it. I might as well wear everything I like. After all, I have lots of jewellery, but not even $1 to my name. I'm wearing my only assets, not that any of it's valuable. You kind of have to laugh. Oh, speaking of gypsies, we should say the Romany people, I got my gold gypsy earrings back too. They are now much stronger, so I can't possibly lose them. Woohoo. And then I did lose one anyway after a few years, so I melted down the other one. It's part of my rose gold love heart thing that I still got to make I've got to get a rose gold wire and make a jump ring for it and solder it on. But the gold solder is so expensive. It's like $350 by the gods. So there is that. Anyway, probably be cheaper for me to take it to a jeweler and get them to put a jump ring on, because they'll already have the solder lying around there and won't be that much for the jump ring, am I right? Might do that. It'll be cheaper than me buying the solder and trying to do it myself and stressing and all that for one little project that I'm not going to need gold solder for anything else after that, because I don't have any more gold. So yes, Tanya, be sensible, take it to a professional jeweler and get them to turn it into something. But now I know how to do flush setting. Well, I need to get better at it. I could put a little stone in that and, bling it up a bit too. Yes, I think I'll be doing that. Now I need some nice Hungarian embroidered blouses and some nice big peasant skirts and my corset to complete my image. Oh, and my tattoos. Lol. Still working out how I'm going to afford my tattoos. And I did afford this one. I got it at half price. Don't mind the bra strap. From an outlaw bikie clubhouse that I used to attend for 8 months, the president said to me one day, "Hey, you've always wanted a tattoo." I said, "How do you know that?" They were reading my material, doing intel on me, which is okay, I got nothing to hide. And he went, yeah, I know you've always wanted a tattoo. I went, yeah, I have, of the burning bush. It's the logo from my previous congregation. He says, yeah, this is my tattooist, Michael, you're doing her tattoo for 50% off because she's my friend. Michael looks at me in horror. Oh, thanks, Michael. I'm so delighted. When can I book an appointment? So, as fate would have it, my advance was due. It must have been in May. My advance was due. So I used some of my advance to get my tattoo. And I'm very happy about it. But I would have liked another one to even it up on this side. I was going to get a beautiful mermaid. Still thinking about that though. But I ran out of money and don't have connections anymore. But I'm happy with that tattoo. 16th of August 2010. Today I cruised around with Jared buying horse poo for my garden and potting mix for Jared's garden. We looked at Capalaba produce and I got very clucky, seeing all the lovely point of lay pullets. I so want to get a portable chook house so I can have hens again. I need to buy the steel second hand and Courtney will make it for me. So I need to save money for steel, lol. Well, he didn't, did he? Because he was full of shit. But I did eventually buy one with my inheritance that I received in 6th of September 2012. I went right out and bought a chook tractor. But then sometime about the beginning of COVID 2020, I sold it because I'd had too many chickens die and I was just kind of traumatised, and I thought I don't want to keep going keeping chickens. It's been too much death. So anyway, I sold it to a lovely man who was thrilled. He wanted to get chickens for his kids, So, yes, there was that. Anyway, thus concludes today's readings of Even Date, and wasn't any really fantabulous writings as I thought there would be given the title. Oh, I guess the rebellion refers to me walking around Mount Cootha Botanical Gardens not knowing that I wasn't supposed to be there with my dog. It wasn't a deliberate rebellion, it was just one of those things, babies. But yeah, anyway, we'll see what today brings us. It's now only 10:20 a.m. and the whole day stretches ahead of me. So I guess I should think seriously about going up to the Botanical Gardens again so I can have a look at that exhibition of enamelling artists. Or alternatively, I need to keep working on this, focus on my own jewellery. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to do today. As usual, I'll just ride by the seat of my pants like I very often do. I like being spontaneous and not making set plans. I have a set plan every Friday night to go dancing, and that's fine, but during the week I like to have the freedom to do what I want, whatever and whenever I like, so it's awesome in a way. But sometimes I do nothing, I just sit here like a hermit. I need to push myself out a bit more. Anyway, the sun's seems to be staying for today, which is good. I'll get that bit of washing dry, and life is beautiful, people of Earth. So wherever you are in the space-time continuum on planet Earth, make the magic happen, babies. Have a gorgeous day and choose to be happy, and as always, choose life and each other. Bye from now from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm.